Hi, this is Christina from thegodlyindianmom.com. Today's book review is on The Odyssey by Homer. So this book I would recommend for young adults and over. So the Odyssey picks up where the Iliad stops. So reading the Iliad actually will give you a better understanding of who Odysseus is and all the other characters that come in this book too. You can read it as a standalone, but I would recommend reading that because that is the prequel to this story. The Odyssey is a poem, but I would like to encourage you not to be intimidated by it, because once you start reading, you will not be looking at it as a poem. You will be looking at it like just a story, another story. And the author has done a good job. Like, he really captivates us and keeps us. And the story itself is a well written story, so you will be focused on what's going to happen next. And so it's a wonderful book and I highly recommend it. And it's a little different from the Iliad, which is like full of war and war and war. This one has a lot of adventure and decision makings and things like that going on. So this is a little bit different from the Iliad in some ways. So this book is about a king called Odysseus, who is the king of Ithaca, who fought for the Greeks against the Trojans. So there's this, the Iliad has been this 10-year long war. So Odysseus has been there fighting the Trojans for these 10 years, and now he's coming back home. So what happens in this journey back home is what this story is about. So he takes another 10 years coming back home. So what is it that is stopping him? What are the adventures that he has? What are the perils he faces? What what he needs to do to save him and his crew, and does his crew survive? And why are all these bad things happening to him? That forms the first part of the story. While this is going on, we see what happens to Odysseus' wife, son and father. So they are faced with enemies who are all around them, and everybody waiting to take Odysseus' kingdom. So how they try to go, to face that challenge also goes in a parallel. And does Odysseus come back home, and does he take over his kingdom, is what this whole story is about. I really love it because even for a book that is so old, you can see those human emotions are still the same. You know how Odysseus is towards his wife, his son and his father. He takes those roles, like as a husband, as a father and as a son. Those conversations, they are so real. Like, it is relatable to what we feel today in the same way how he feels. So I think it's a wonderful book. I really enjoyed reading it. It's a classic for good reason, and so I highly recommend it.